Level 1, the Powder Monkey. You don't enlist, you're recruited. 1 minute you're asleep in a damp alley in Wapping, the next a heavy oak club hits, then darkness swallows you. No warning, no mercy. When you wake, you're inside the orlop deck. The ship's basement, below the waterline, feels coffin-like, a space so low it feels like buried. It smells like bilge, bodies, wet oak, rot. The air is thick, heavy, damp enough. Every breath feels borrowed, each inhale feels stolen. You're 12 years old and nameless now. Names have no value here, only stations exist. Now your station is simple, you are Powder Monkey. Your office, lead-lined, bottom of the hull, barrels. Barrels of black powder stacked like sleeping disasters. No lanterns, no candles, no flame of any kind. One spark turns this machine into temporary sun, so you sit in darkness, total, suffocating darkness, the kind that presses against your eyes painfully. 14 hours a day, no break, no relief. Then the drum begins, general quarters, cannon fire. The world above you becomes a screaming machine. Wood splits, iron screams, men shout over panic. You do not fight, you do not see sky. You run, a 10-pound powder cartridge in chest. You sprint through tween decks, crawl spaces barely 3 feet. Knees slam wood, shoulders scrape against rough beams. Every turn is blind, every second matters here. Above, the deck weeps blood through floorboards slowly. Drops hit your face. You do not wipe. You don't blink. Gun crews wait 3 seconds. If late, the ship dies. If stumble, vanish. Breakfast is burgoo, oatmeal boiled in copper water. Lunch is biscuit carved from stone, weevils inside. You are never dry. You are never warm. Sleep on wet rope. Hammocks belong to men. One night, 5-pound powder charge goes mysteriously missing. Master Gunner doesn't investigate, search, or ask questions. He punishes the room, ties you to mast, 6 straight hours of vertical drowning in storm. Rain strikes like thrown gravel, salt burns lips, wrists split under wet rope. Swallow seawater, optional. Beside you, bunkmate coughs like breaking glass nearby. He whispers softly, "This isn't life, jump Tortuga." That is when you learn iron rank rules. In darkness, even a whisper becomes deadly evidence. Next morning, his place is gone. No splash, no body, no questions. Only silence remains now. Hunger disappears. Cold disappears. Fear changes into shape. Now you only wait for one sound. Drum.
Level 2, the Swab. 6 months pass. You survived. You're promoted now. Now your title is Swab. The work worsens. You thought piracy meant pistols, silk, boarding parties. Instead, it means lye, sand, and sandstone blocks. Wake up is 4 a.m., no excuses allowed. You spend 6 hours scrubbing the deck, back and forth, again and again, no mercy, until fingers split, shoulders burn, breathing feels extra labor. If one bloodstain remains, Boatswain introduces the cat. 9 tails, no mercy. It bites, it strikes. Your stomach shrinks. Hunger becomes background noise now. Lunch is gray pickled scraps, mystery meat smells. You patrol in pairs. Watch your partner carefully. Talking leads to thinking. Thinking leads to doubt. Doubt is dangerous here. One wrong move ends. It's 2:13 a.m. off coast of Cuba. The moon hangs sharp above black water tonight. A shadow moves near the longboat silently. A sailor trying to desert. You must alert. Because hesitation makes suspicion land squarely on you. You freeze 2 seconds, long enough to see. Desperation in his eyes. Then pistol crack behind. Quartermaster had already seen everything. Sailor falls silently. Gone before ripples finish spreading. Silence returns quickly. Later called the captain's cabin. No shouting here. No threats. No anger. Only one question asked. Why was your hand not on your blade? Hesitation enters your articles. You stop seeing men. You see risk, survival, who might be dangerous. Your reaction sharpens. Loyalty louder than roaring sea.
Level 3, the Rigger. Now they send you upward, able seaman promoted. Rigging means sky, not simple sail or rope. You weren't promoted for skill, you survived death. No scurvy, no broken falls, no infection here. You live 80 feet above deck in rigging. When 60-knot gales hit, you balance on rope. Sail snaps like living thing, canvas fights free. No safety lines, no second chances, one slip, and you stop being crew, become debris below. Sea waits like open teeth for falling bodies. You command 6 swabs, inspect knots and blades. Rumors reach rigging before quarterdeck notices anything. The rum is watered, the captain takes too much. A young recruit whispers, "Merchant ships must be better." You hear him, you say nothing, watch closely. Later, you write his name on charred wood. Next morning, he is called for reassignment quietly. By evening, his hammock is empty, no questions. Others stop talking when you climb into rigging. First nod from captain, small, but it counts. Good ears. Promotion works by survival, visibility, reporting. On deck, survive by scrubbing. In darkness, survive running. In rigging, survive by watching who still hopes. Real secret of iron rank? Climb mast, not world. Climb to see who still wants to leave. Level 4, the Master Gunner. Now your world is lower, heavier, gun deck. Stable wood under boots, cannons lined like beasts. Heat never leaves, salt hardens every crack, everywhere. You are ballistic engineer, operator inside floating war factory. Thick leather apron, lint stock like a scepter in hand. Every cannon under your watch can erase ships. Trajectory not most important here. Loyalty is paramount. A brilliant gunner questioning targets is dangerous. Mediocre gunner firing without hesitation is safer. Gunner crews gather weekly for cask criticism circle. Silence until confession, mechanical or spiritual weakness revealed. I lacked enthusiasm during last broadside fired. I did not polish grape shot properly enough today. My devotion to articles weakened during night watch. Choose words like powder charges. Too little, dishonest. Too much sounds suspicious. Saying nothing is worst. Silence smells like mutiny. Accuracy leads to reassignment. Gunner famous for impossible accuracy corrects captain once. 2 weeks later, he moves to swamp labor. You inherit his cannons, station, and extra rations now. Closer access to rum locker, better visibility. Promotion pattern clear, talent optional, visibility dangerous, loyalty always louder than cannon fire itself. Level 5, the Boatswain. No longer pull rope or load powder. You carry the cat of 9 tails. Your job is ideological maintenance, not physical survival. Every morning before sunrise, men gather on foredeck, circle forms, hands cracked, faces tired, eyes lowered. One by one, they confess weaknesses and failures. You write everything down in small leather book. Smallest hesitation recorded, every weakness logged carefully. Silence never innocence, silence means concealment, suspicion. You notice things even captain misses on deck. Who claps first, last, who avoids eye contact. One young rigger, smart, popular, dangerous combination. Works well, too well, never self-critical enough. You note subtle individualistic tendencies, prefers the horizon, not the hull. 2 weeks later, reassigned to captured slaver labor. Influence expands, invited to the great cabin, better food, private dinners, conversations, sensitive evaluations, higher visibility. Captain flips through reports silently, stops at 1. Your assessments lack urgency, he says quietly. You built a system of surveillance, now you live inside. Level 6, the Quartermaster. 80 men move under your signature, private cabin, velvet coat issued, Spanish wine served privately. Young recruits you once protected rise through ranks. System rewards loyalty, pieces of 8, privileges, doors open. You oversee plunder reports, training cycles, boarding clearances, cargo movements approved by signature, careers shaped quietly. Nothing fully yours, everything watched, cabin routinely searched. Even the cabin boy speaks little, serving and listening. At brethren meetings, each quartermaster speaks carefully. Man shared prize last month fails next meeting. No explanation, no question, name disappears from manifest. Your own pressure arrives. Boarding under your authority fails. Not disaster, but a British frigate escapes. Internal review starts. Quiet. No accusation, only questions. Why did the grapple adjust? Who approved Swab readiness? Who validated timing properly?
Answer carefully, calm voice, measured sentences balanced. Report accepted, for now. Lesson learned, mistakes stored. Stored, filed, saved. Later, used as ammunition.
Level 7, the captain. Medals hang across chest, gold chains shine by your side. You look like king, but kings are targets. Power no longer chased, it is measured. Attend brethren councils, high-level rooms, closed doors, strategic blockades, trade route sabotage, diplomatic bribes silently passed. No maps they cannot burn, every word matters. Quartermasters behind you watch more than they listen. Every pause becomes fatigue, every hesitation interpreted. One chair empty, legendary captain missing quietly. New captain, new flag, as if never existed. Your own fracture arrives. Raid fails under command. Ship was ghost, intelligence wrong, target vanished fast. Failure doesn't care why, becomes national embarrassment quietly. Investigation begins, reports reopened, service of 30 years reviewed. Test comes, publicly criticize another captain. A man sailed beside for 20 years, saved crew in storm. Room waits in silence. Defend him, share failure. Condemn, survive another week. 2 weeks later, he disappears into blue zone. No farewell, no trial, no return seen. Every knock on cabin door now like black spot. Sleep lightly, one eye open, hand near pistol. Higher rank, thinner walls. Visibility becomes dangerous. Power is measured, not given. Survival is calculated. Level 8, the Pirate Lord. Hidden Cove Council opens doors, private compounds, imported wine, armed guards, answer only great leader. Decisions move fleets before dawn, trade collapse, sabotage. You advise on global posture, fire ships deployed, floating weapons designed to turn harbors infernos. You feel untouchable, no longer serving the machine, now designing it. Illusion lasts until fleet fails. Royal Navy captures flagship, guarded advantage exposed. Silence. No shouting, no emergency meetings. Observe closely. Someone selected. Audit begins. Quiet men. Question softly. You answer calmly. Halfway realize truth. The system punishes visibility. Not collapse. Exposure is the crime. 30 years defended. Signed reports. Removed men for smaller errors. Name appears. Strategic misjudgment. Possible fatigue. Language clean. Professional. Final. Reassigned to rural sandbar training facility. No influence. Weeks later, documents stop using your name. You are replaced. Younger captain louder, sharper, visible. The machine moves forward without pause. You remain outside. A shadow of past glory. Lessons endured silently. Level 9, the Erased. Nothing important arrives. No press gangs, councils, visitors. Only wind. Only remains of velvet coat hang. Salt ruined most. Metals gone. Gold gone. Nobody salutes you as you walk to water. Monthly supply sloop arrives. Only connection left. No letters, no conversation, only crates delivered. Crates arrive, crates leave. You remain invisible, forgotten. Name no longer in broadsheets, portrait removed forever, officially reassigned for health, unofficially erased completely. Body remembers old discipline, wake at 4 a.m., like a powder monkey, like the beginning of Iron Rank. No drum, no cannon, no shouting now. Only waves, only wind, only empty silence. You read old newspapers, victory reports signed others. Their orders shape routes you once designed. Finally, the last rule understood. Visibility is temporary. Gift loaned by the machine fades with usefulness. Shadow arrives when usefulness fades completely. Stand still. The north wind cuts across water. Far black flag rises. Young crew, fresh ambition, another beginning starts now. You whisper final thought into salt air. Good luck. Ocean remembers shadow. Ocean remembers you.